day 17, step 17. And today we're going to talk about one of the biggest things of all, emotional baggage. You know, my happiness and even your happiness will depend to a large degree on the amount of emotional baggage that I carry, you carry. If I'm carrying a lot of emotional baggage, my emotional baggage goes up, happiness goes down. If I'm carrying less emotional baggage and I'm carrying emotions which are very positive for me, if I'm carrying joy, if I'm carrying love, if I'm carrying gratitude, then my happiness goes up and the other emotional baggage goes down. So, what's emotional baggage? Well, emotional baggage is anything you haven't let go of. So if I was sad through my life, if I was sad as a child, if I had a childhood which was sad, or I had something going on in my childhood which was sad, and I kept hold of the sadness, then that's emotional baggage which is within me and stopping me from being happy because it's impeding on my happiness quotient, if you like. Because we can't hold opposing feelings. We can't hold emotions. We feel an emotion. We have an emotion. It comes into us. Sadness, bang, I'm sad. Then if you look at a child in a playground, the sadness hits, then the happiness hits, then the joy hits. They go from one emotion to another to another. If you look at an abused child, they stay sad, or they stay angry, or they go into rage. So we've got to look at, who am I? Who am I, and emotionally, who am I? Because if I want happiness in my life, then I've got to let go of any emotional baggage that is stopping me from being happy. Because it's like being handcuffed to it. It's like being stuck with it. You know, this thing where you can't let go of your fingers. They're like locked together. You can't do anything with them, so you can't use your hands. Well, likewise, if you've got a whole lot of emotional baggage, if you've got sadness, if you've got anger, if you've got helplessness or hopelessness, if you've got misery throughout, or even numbness throughout, then your capacity to reach happiness is going to be blah. And that's what I see with a lot of clients that come to me. A lot of clients come to me with health issues, but when you look at where they are not happy in their life. They are miserable in their life. They are looking for something and they don't know what they're looking for. And often what they find is they're holding on to frustration or confusion from their childhood. They're holding on to unrequited love. They're holding on to sadness and anger and pain and hurt and all of these other things. And when you've got that crowding out all the other emotions, there's only that much room. There's only that much room for happiness. So what is happiness? Joy, gratitude, and the absolute biggie, love. So what's love got to do with it? Well, love is, first of all, love of self. So if you're looking in the mirror and you can't say to the person who's looking back at you, I love you, and you're worthy of being here, and I absolutely enjoy our life and what we're doing, as though you're speaking to another person, then how can you truly be happy? How can you truly be the way you want to be if happiness is your goal, your aim, your desire? So learning how to let go of those emotions, learning how to let go of those emotions you don't want, and learning how to bring into your life or resurrect those emotions you do want is the key to happiness, I believe. I know, because that's what I've found working with thousands of clients. that as soon as a client lets go of their misery, they let go of their sadness, they let go of their anger, depression lifts. As soon as they let go of their fear of what might happen, their fear of the future, anxiety lifts. It just goes away. And what's underneath that is our natural state. Our natural state is a state of happiness. A natural state, the natural state that we have within us, that we're born with in the main, is happiness. It's only our circumstances which change. It's the things around us which change. It's those things that impinge on our happiness. They lock it down so we can't feel it. You know, I said in one of the earlier episodes what happened to me as a child. When that happened, I put happiness away in a too hard basket because it wasn't easy to be happy. It wasn't easy to smile. It wasn't easy to be the life and soul of a party when I've got this fear and I've got this anger and I've got this numbness to shut it all down inside of me. And I've seen so many men holding on to so much stuff, not knowing what to do with it, not knowing how to release it, not knowing how to do anything. And that's why what we're about at Aussie Blokes Talk is this is all about awakening you, saying, have you got this stuff? Are you happy? Do you want to be happy? Then you can be, but you need new skills, you need new abilities, you need new ways of treating your life and looking at your life. Because if you're not happy, that's your choice. It's not that you can't be, it's your choice. You can choose to follow a path to happiness. You can choose, for instance, you can go to a men's group. You can log into the men's group, find out what's going on. Even in this time where we're sheltered and shut down, you can log into an online men's group like Complete Men. You can do work with other men. You can be of service as much as you can. Anything to bring joy and happiness into your life, just a little bit. Because once you can experience a little bit, you can expand it. It's like the first light of dawn just coming over the horizon and knowing that the sun is going to rise. And it doesn't matter if there's clouds there because the sun will always be there. But if the clouds cover it, if the anger covers it, if the sadness covers it, if the helplessness covers it, if the hopelessness covers it, then chances are you will be sinking into depression. And if the fear covers it, and it's always a fear of what might happen, the fear of the future, of what might happen out there, then there will be anxiety. Because that's what these things are. They're a repression of your emotions. They're a repression of my emotions. And how do I know this? Well, I went through it. I know what it's like to feel sad. I know what it's like to feel angry. I know what it's like to feel hopeless and helpless and not know what to do. To be on my credit card in the last throw of the dice and say, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know how I'm going to do it. What can I do? Because things fall over. Well, you get up and you rebuild. You look at yourself, you take a good hard look. I had to take a good hard look at me and say, what's wrong? And what's wrong was I was allowing myself to stay numb. I was allowing myself to stay stuck. I was allowing myself to stay hopeless and helpless. And that did me no good whatsoever. What on earth would I want to do that for if what I was after was happiness? But I had to learn. I had to learn new skills. I had to learn new ways of dealing with my own issues. And then I could teach it to others. Because if I can't deal with my shit, what right have I got to help you with yours? My life's pretty good now. It's pretty good because I've worked on it a lot. And it's not good from the thing that I'm driving a Maserati, I'm living in a big mansion, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I've got stocks and shares and heaps of money and, I go around the world and go off and do whatever I want. No, it's not like that. It's because I got mates. I got people around me. I've got a roof over my head. I got clothes on my back. I've got a closer relationship with my son and daughter than I've had in years. I've got opportunity. And I had to rebuild that. And I've done that a number of times through my life. You can too. Because if that's what you want, there are skills that you can take on board. You can learn the skill of meditation. And not just any meditation, but meditation which is a visualization meditation, which takes you to see yourself in your future the way you want to be. And when I've done that with people, when I've worked with people, when I've even got them to listen to the CD that I've created, the audio that I've created, they have experienced a shift. And you can too. Because what you do, the actions you take, the way that you look at your life is all about you. It's not about your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. It's not about any abuse you might have had in the past, no matter how bad it may have been. It's not as though you were, even if you were brought up in a cult and you were physically abused. It's not about any of that. It's about today. This day, today. What are you going to do today? What are you going to do this moment that is going to help you let go of emotional baggage? That's going to help you let go of stuck emotions? That is going to help you say, I want more joy in my life and I don't know how, so I'm reaching out. Because if you want it, you can have more of it. If you want love in your life, then the place to start is with yourself. I started with myself and said, I want love in my life. I'm sick of blaming someone else for not having love in my life. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be stuck in my old ways anymore. I want more happiness in my, I want more joy. I want more energy. I want more. And at the same time, I want to feel good where I am. I want to feel solid, present where I am right now. This place. I want to feel solid in this place. Within my body. And it doesn't matter if it's got a few aches or pains. It doesn't matter if it's not as fit as it could be. None of that matters. Do I feel joy as I work through my day? Do I feel love as I work through my day? Do I feel happiness as I work through my day? That's all that matters. And if I don't, what can I do about it? So I pose the same question to you. If you want love, if you want joy, if you want happiness, what are you willing to do about it? Here at Aussie Blokes Talk, we've got programs to help you. If you'd like that help, to teach you new skills, to help you to understand that the thing that's stopping your happiness is the things you haven't dealt with yet. Not because you didn't want to, but because you didn't know how to. This whole program, we just threw it together. We just said, let's go with happiness. What can we run a program on? What about happiness? So we're up to day 17. Funny thing, I didn't even know if we'd get to that stage. These are skills I've developed over the last 30 odd years. Because the happiness I feel now is different to the way I was living my life 30 or 40 years ago. I feel much more settled within myself, much more calm within myself, much more at balance within myself. And I've had to work on that. I've had to develop the skills to get to that point. I've had to learn to accept my past, my history, my way of doing things. I learned to accept responsibility for the things I did which screwed up other people's lives. Because that's the path forward. That's the path. That's the path to happiness. The path to happiness is to find love within myself. In order to do that, I had to let go of my emotional baggage. I had to let go of the shame, the guilt. I had to let go of my numbness, my hopelessness, my helplessness. I had to let go of those things. I had to learn how to do that. And the beautiful thing is, I learned it. Then I had to let go of my anxiety. My intimacy anxiety. My anxiety about speaking out. Doing something like this. I had to learn to let it go. I had to say, okay, do I have a message to share? Do I have something that I want to get out into the world? And to face any fear that I had within myself, which was going to stop me sharing that message. Because I believe in love. I believe in it's okay to love myself. I've got faults. I've got issues. I've got things I haven't dealt with because I'm human. I'm human. And I accept my humanness. You're human. If you want to be perfection, I'm sorry, you never can be. If you want to be happy, that's different. Yeah, you can have happiness. I haven't worked with anyone yet who hasn't been able to bring a little more happiness into their life. And not through drugs, not through turning to cigarettes, alcohol, porn, Tinder, whatever it might be. That's momentary. By releasing emotional baggage, by letting go of anger, hatred, bitterness, hurt, pain, by letting go of helplessness, hopelessness, by letting go of those things which are holding you back from happiness in your life. By setting goals for yourself, desires for yourself, ways of looking at yourself, ways of seeing yourself in a different light, in a different way. And understanding that in order to get there, in order to go to that place of happiness within you, which is already there, it's just been covered over with this other stuff. In order to get to that place, you do have to peel back the layers. You have to say, what am I feeling? What's this pain in my chest? What is that? It's a physical pain, but it's an emotional baggage pain. I'm holding guilt, I'm holding shame, I'm holding anxiety, I'm holding all this stuff inside. I'm holding it in my belly, I'm holding it in my chest, my shoulders, my aches in my neck, my head feels like it's going to explode. It's all emotional baggage. It's all stuff that you haven't dealt with yet, along with the physical stuff you haven't dealt with yet, along with the spiritual stuff you haven't dealt with yet. It's all there. And if you've been following this series, those are the things which will stop you being happy. We're coming to the end of the series. It doesn't mean we're going to stop filming. We'll do other things. We'll do things on relationship. We'll do things on past lives. We'll do things on all the different ways in which you can grow yourself, because that's what we hear about Aussie Blokes Talk. That's what we are about. Helping you to grow. This series really has been about awakening you to the possibilities Now it's time for the action. What action are you going to take? Are you going to pick up the phone and give us a call? You know, we're filming this live, but this goes up on replay and then it goes over to YouTube. And we'll have the whole series on YouTube, so it's an evergreen thing. So you can run through it and listen to it and watch it and do whatever you want with it. But none of that's going to make a difference if you don't pick up the phone or send us an email and say, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for you to help me. And if it's not us, if it's someone else, great. One proviso. Don't just talk about it. Don't just go and talk to somebody and all you do is gripe about your life and about what's been going on, because that won't shift anything. That just embeds it further. It makes you the victim. You're not a victim. You never were. And it doesn't matter what happened to you. It doesn't matter what happened to you. You are not a victim. You're a creator of your life, and you have the opportunity to create your life the same way I've created my life, to the very best of your ability. And if you want to create your life differently, find support. Join a men's group. Join a women's forum. Do something. Do something that is going to change your life. We recommend Complete Men. We've got the Complete Men have got online services as well. And just that change is a big start. If you want to go further, go further. Sign up for something. Do something for free to start with, maybe. This is a free program. But get into action. Because this program, Awaken, the next step is action. And after action, as you peel away the layers, as you peel away the pain, as you peel away the hurt, and you consign it back to the past where it belongs, so you don't have to carry it anymore, love is waiting for you. Joy is waiting for you. Happiness is waiting for you. So hey, this is David. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.